Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Chris and welcome back to the channel. So a couple months ago I was introduced to Philz coffee, specifically their iced mint mojito coffee, and it was like heaven in a cup. And ever since I had it, I've always craved it every single day. However, Philz is not in the area and they're not close at all. So to get to any Philz is a mission. There's one by my job, but the one closest to me is about 15 minutes away from me. And 15 minutes is a long time if you're not including parking and if you're only taking the streets. But because one, I don't like to drive, and two, there are no other options around me except for the one that I have to drive to and then fight for parking over, I decided to come up with my own recipe. Not my own recipe, but I decided to try out different recipes to make my iced coffee taste as close to Philz as possible. This isn't the exact same recipe, but it's pretty close. I think if you were to have the real Philz coffee right next to mine, you probably can't tell the difference. Okay, maybe just a little bit, but it's pretty close and I'm happy with it. Again, there was a lot of trial and error and I finally came to one that I was satisfied with, and the one that I made today for this video is pretty darn good. I'm so proud of myself. But anyways, if you guys are a fan of the iced mint mojito from Philz coffee, then you guys need to try out this recipe because it's so simple and it's not as expensive as Philz coffee. And honestly, you don't need any fancy machines, no fancy espresso, even though I would like one. Hint, hint, my birthday's in April. But I use the Keurig that I have at home and some household supplies and some pretty simple ingredients, and it's pretty close. So anyways, if you guys like this video and you guys like the coffee that you make, or if you guys try this recipe, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and enjoy. Okay, so obvi, you're gonna need some coffee. My favorite at the moment is the regular donut shop K-Pod. You're also gonna need some fresh mint leaves. I picked these up from Trader Joe's. I find these to taste the best. Trust me, it makes a difference. And for my choice in sweetener, I have raw cane sugar. I prefer the box with packets because it's easier to measure. This box costs about $3 to $4 and you can find it at Target or any grocery store, or if you want to be super cheap, you can steal some from Starbucks. And for my choice in creamer, I have this organic heavy cream. This is my favorite creamer ever. It just makes everything so creamy and so yummy. Start off by throwing some mint leaves in your cup. I like mine extra minty, so I may have added a little extra. Okay, so this is a little ratch, but since I don't have a muddler, I'm using the opposite end of my rubber spatula to muddle my leaves. Now I'm gonna add my sugar. I like my coffee extra sweet and extra creamy, so I'm using 6 packets. I know it sounds like a lot, but it just tastes so good this way. Now we're gonna brew the coffee right into the glass. Okay, so I normally don't use glass when brewing my coffee, but for the sake of this video, I wanted you guys to see everything that I'm doing, so this is what I'm doing. Okay, so major get out vibes, but I am just stirring the sugar and leaves all in my coffee while it's so hot so it can dissolve. Now we're going to take a shaker filled with a little bit of ice and we're going to mix the coffee in. We're going to switch cups about 3 times just so the coffee can get a little colder. Now we're gonna add some creamer. I like mine extra creamy, so I kind of just eyeball it and figure out how much cream I want. Enjoy 0.5 seconds of me cleaning up. Okay, now with the creamer in the shaker, we're gonna shake her up a little bit more until we feel like she's ready. I also like my coffee very cold, so I added a little more ice to my glass, and now I'm gonna pour her in the cup. Ooh, she thick and she creamy. So you don't have to do this part, but since I like froth, I'm gonna steal some from the shaker and add it to the top. Just like that. Okay, so this is completely optional, but you can add more leaves for garnish and more flavor. All you have to do is kind of squeeze the leaves to activate the flavor and throw it in the coffee. And then add your favorite reusable straw because we are turtle lovers here. And now she is ready to be devoured. So I prefer this coffee without the straw, but I want it to be cute and add a straw. This is actually Zay's straw, so just because it has the froth on top from the milk, and it's just so good. And that's what I like about Philz coffee, because they have froth and it's just so creamy and so good. Go try Philz coffee, their ice mint mojito, and then try this recipe and you guys will fall in love. But yes, this was something I felt like I had to make a video about because it's just so good. But yeah. See, it tastes so much better without the straw. Ew, I'm breaking out. Okay. Anyways,